Welcome back for day 30. So it's our last day of this 30-day journey. Hopefully you notice a difference coming to the mat today compared to, the first few days or even the first couple of weeks that you were trying this practice. Um, and it's okay to not do yoga every day. It's okay to space it out. If you've gotten to this point and you're here at the 30-day mark, and you've done all of these videos, no matter what the time frame is that you've done them, you've accomplished a lot. We've gone through a lot of yoga in the last 30 classes that we've shared here on YouTube. So for today, I want our intention to be focused on rising up. So think about what that means to you and how you're overcoming the challenges that you've faced over, the last month, the last year, maybe even just today. Maybe you're showing up to the mat today having overcome something in your day. Most of us, by the time we get to the mat, we're showing up with all of our stuff, which you hear me say a lot, but it's true. So the goal in our practice today is to just work through some of what we've already been doing. We'll add on just a little bit. It's for you to feel empowered. It's for you to feel that you've accomplished something in these 30 days of yoga. And hopefully some of these poses and some of these class ideas and these intentions are ideas that you can come back to when you're feeling like you need to, when you're struggling in a particular area. And that was the idea behind creating these intentions, so that when you know that your target is to focus, or when you know that your target is to calm, you can have these practices to come back to use as a guide, and then create your own yoga flow, create your own way of working through these things. This is all just a guide, a tool, many tools, but yoga itself is a tool to just put in your toolbox and use when you need to. And lately, I think it's a lot that we need to come back to mindfulness, come back to our intentions, reset, refocus, reframe your thoughts, shift your perspective, all of these things that we've been practicing. This is what it comes down to, is rising up. Well, we'll see you on the mat. So welcome back, day 30, rising up. We're going to start today, legs up the wall. If you have a wall nearby you, set yourself up just to reverse all that blood flow, send everything into the opposite direction. It's one of my favorite ways actually to start a yoga practice. And if you don't have a wall, you can use a piece of furniture, the side of a couch, just something to sort of put your legs against, the backs of your thighs against. So try to find a place where you can prop up. And we're just going to take a few moments here to tune in to the breath. So one of the first tools in our toolkit that we've created in these 30 days of practicing together is showing up and then settling in. So start to notice your breath. Start to notice where you're holding on to tension. Is it in your shoulders? Is it in your hips? Is it in your neck, your jaw? Are you showing up with a headache, a stomach ache, reflux, leg pain, hip pain, whatever it is? Whatever you're showing up with, take this time to settle in. Let everything get heavy. Let the shoulders get heavy. Neck is long. If you're against a wall or something is supporting you, your tailbone is flat on the floor, and then your bottom is pushed right up against whatever that support piece is. And then you're just letting your legs be heavy. And you can rest the hands wherever it feels comfortable. I find it helpful, especially in the beginning of a practice, to have my hands over my abdomen or over my chest or someplace where I can feel the expansion with the inhale. So as you inhale, feel everything expand. Start to slow it down. Maybe hold the top of the inhale, take in just a little bit more, and then let it go. And if you need to, maybe count to 6 or 8, whatever it takes to reset your thought process and to let yourself sort of settle in to the breath cycle. Because once we get into this nice, deep, regular pattern of breathing, you will notice that you get so much more out of the practice than if you're holding your breath or just trying to sort of push through. We don't want to push through. We want to rise up. Start to invite some movement into the feet so you can wiggle the toes, scrunch the toes, open them. Make some circles with your ankles. Maybe spread the legs out wide on the wall. See how it feels. Make a V with your legs. Maybe keep them up straight. See what feels good. Maybe you have one hip that's talking to you and one that isn't. So maybe you want to just work on one side right now on the wall. So figure out what feels good. Maybe you're good right here, just lying here on the floor with your legs up. It's a really nice way to reverse all that blood flow and send everything in the opposite direction from where we send it all day long when we're working or on our feet or doing whatever it is that we're doing. Typically, it's not position, right? So no matter what your day entailed, it was probably flipped the other way around. So we're starting off tonight by shifting our perspective, reversing the blood flow, working the other intentions in here. See what I did there? I really hope you're laughing along with me. Gotta have a sense of humor in life. When you're ready, bring the knees in. We're coming into happy baby. This should be super familiar to you now. So you're going to guide those knees down toward your shoulders. Kick the feet up toward the ceiling. Exhale. See if you can guide those knees down further. And then maybe rock side to side, massage. Take some ankle rotations here. Flex the toes. Maybe if you can reach your feet, give yourself a little foot massage. Thank your feet for what they do for you all day. We don't pay enough attention to our feet. I try to do that, especially when we were in the studio. I tried to work that in a lot. I'm hoping we get back there someday. Someday in a post-COVID world. Bring the knees together. And then you're just going to roll over onto the right or left side, whichever feels better for you. And then just come up onto all fours. So taking our tabletop position here, wrists under shoulders, knees under hips. Your spine is one long straight line from the top of your head all the way to your tailbone. You should feel almost like you can balance something on your back. And then when you find that foundation, when you feel like you've got your posture where you want it, inhale, drop the belly, chin comes up, tailbone comes up. Exhale, round it out. And start right now, releasing that tension, releasing whatever it is that you showed up with, whatever you're holding on to. Right now, as you're inhaling and exhaling, let go of whatever you can. Taking our cat-cows here, and then we're going to drop it back. So you're going to inhale, bring it all the way back. Exhale, come forward. Whatever direction feels good. Maybe close your eyes. And reverse. And then when you're ready, tuck the toes, push all the way up, downward facing dog. Check in with your down dog. So bend the knees, drop the belly onto the thighs, straighten the legs, check your posture, check your alignment. Maybe you come up onto the toes here, stretch out the toes, come back down, and breathe. Find some stillness in your down dog. Notice how you feel. You're in an inversion here, remember. How does it feel on the inhale and the exhale? Take the time, slow down, notice the expansion, the difference that you feel in these different postures as you're breathing in. Hold the top of that inhale. Exhale, let go of stuff. Let it all go. Next, inhale, kick that right leg all the way up behind you. Bring it forward, coming into a low lunge. Bring your arms up, crescent lunge. Breathe. Exhale, hands come down. We're going to kick back into that runner's stretch. Bow down over that front leg, toes point up toward the ceiling. Breathe here. Inhale, come all the way forward, tuck the toes on the left side, kick that right leg back, find your plank. Breathe. We're here for 5, 4, 3, 2, roll it up, downward facing dog. Breathe in your down dog, pedal it out this time. Bend one leg, extend the opposite. When you're ready, left leg kicks up behind you this time. Come forward into your low lunge on the opposite side. Bring it up. Crescent lunge on the opposite side. Breathe here. Exhale, float the fingertips down, taking that runner stretch now on this side. So kick the toes up toward the ceiling, bow down over that left foot. And then inhale, bring it forward, tuck the toes on the right side, bring that left foot all the way back, find your plank. Hold your plank, we're here for 5, 4, 3, 2, roll it up, downward facing dog. And then walk up toward your hands intentionally, so slowly, one foot in front of the other, so you feel the stretch and taking a nice forward fold here. You can have a little micro bend in the knees if you need to. Just let yourself get nice and heavy. And we're going to take a couple breaths here. You can take ragdoll arms. You can tuck your hands under your feet. You can choose to interlace the hands behind your back here, and then you can let the arms come behind you so you get a little bit of a deeper stretch in the shoulders. It's not for everyone, but see how it feels. Might feel good. Give it a try. And most importantly, smile. Focus on the good. Come back to that intention of rising up. Inhale, bend the knees, and we're going to come all the way up. Sweep the arms up as if you're greeting the sun. And then take a wide-legged stance here on the mat. So we're going to start with a wide-legged forward fold, and then we're going to come into goddess, which we haven't done yet. So I thought that was a nice one to save for our final practice today. So when you're ready, you're going to extend the legs as far out as it feels comfortable for you. You can place the hands on the hips. Just as a reminder, we're hinging from the hips here. So just like in our forward fold at the top of the mat, our wide-legged forward fold, same thing, hinging from the hips. So as you exhale, start to come forward. See how it feels. See how you are here at halfway, or come down further. Play with putting your hands down on the floor. And breathe wherever you are. As you exhale, can you let yourself come down a little lower? Come back to those really big, deep inhales and exhales. Again, this is one of those postures. Don't be focused on when am I going to get out of it, but what can I take from it? Exhale, let it go. Let go of the stuff. Get into the tightness. Every time you exhale, can you get a little heavier, a little lower toward the floor? There's always a little more space. You just have to find it. One more really big, deep inhale. Really deep exhale. When you're ready, we're coming up the same way we went down, hinging at the hips. So maybe put your hands there just as a reminder to yourself, and then come all the way back up. Now we're going to come into our goddess posture. So you're going to extend the toes out toward the opposite ends of the mat. And then you're almost going to come down as if you're coming into a seat. This is a really sort of intense hip flexor stretch as well. So find your balance here first. Roll the shoulders down, chins up. Everything is in alignment. And then maybe play with adding in the arms. So extend the arms out, lift. And breathe. So you're tucking in the navel. It's hard to hold on to it. Hold it, breathe. You should feel that burn in the thighs. That's good. See if you can sink down a little lower. And then maybe make a namaste. We'll come all the way back up. And again, we're going to take that forward fold, that wide-legged forward fold. So bring the feet to front of the mat again. So toes pointing ahead of you. And then you're just going to let yourself hinge forward. And play with how it feels to come down. And breathe. Maybe this time you add on a little by walking the hands all the way toward the right. Breathe here. And then all the way toward the left. Back to center. And breathe again here. Really big, deep inhale. Maybe the biggest breath you've taken all day. And then when you're ready, hands come up to the hips again. So hinging at the hips, coming up the same way we came down, all the way back up. Take a really big, deep inhale. Maybe take a namaste here. A little Anjali Mudra. I shouldn't say a namaste. An Anjali Mudra. So we're going to heel toe in a little bit further so that we can come down into a squat. So bring the heels together. Big toes are coming out slightly. We're about hips width, a little wider than hips width distance apart, and you're just going to sink down, keeping the spine straight into your squat. You can come up onto your toes if it feels good. Breathe here. And then we'll bring the palms down, come all the way down into a seat. Come into your easy seat, and we're just going to take a nice twist in our easy seat here. So inhale, arms come all the way up. Exhale, left hand comes to the right knee. Right arm reaches behind you, taking a nice little spinal twist. Breathe. Inhale, arms come all the way back up. Exhale, right hand to the left knee, left arm reaches behind you. So same thing, opposite side, taking a nice little spinal twist here on the left. Come back to your intention of rising up, pushing through the challenges, working through the challenges, I should say. Inhale, arms come all the way back up. We're just going to take some seated cat-cows here, and then we'll close out our practice. So make these count. Exhale, round that back out. Tuck the chin. Inhale, chin comes up, shoulders go back. So exactly as if you're doing your cat-cow, but in this nice seated posture. On your own breath. Try to let go of whatever else you're still holding on to. 2 more. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. And we'll meet with our spine straight, sitting up tall, proud of all you've accomplished in these 30 days. Finding your Anjali Mudra. We'll close out this final practice of our 30-day journey, but don't worry, you will be seeing more of me. Thank you for sharing these last 30 practices with me. And hopefully it's been helpful for you. It's definitely been a journey for me. The light in me honors the light in all of you. Namaste.